Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy DavidBWylin, and I'm back to give you another reaction. We got conspiracy theory TikToks that will make you question reality. We finna get right into this one, see what's it's about. Make sure y'all run the likes up, stuff and do all that good stuff, man. Without further ado, let's get it.
Have you ever heard of the lottery conspiracy theory? You know,
I'm a therapist who goes to therapy, and some people
I hear
think
what I
that's
add about
strange.
therapy,
The thing
bro.
is, though, therapists are human beings, just like
when you go inside of a gas station and you find lottery tickets and people buy them and they scratch them off in hopes of winning millions of dollars. What if I told you about the conspiracy theory that says the government created the lottery in order to catch time travelers? I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me, it's going to make a lot of sense. Okay, so people believe the government created the lottery in order to catch time travelers. The chance of winning the lottery right now is about 1 in 14 million. So statistically, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. Now let's take a look at one of the most popular lotteries called the Mega Millions. You have a 1 in 300 million chance of winning this lottery. Or in other words, you would need to be struck by lightning 21 times back to back to back in order to win this lottery. So the odds of winning are nearly impossible, so that's why people believe the government created this in order to catch time travelers, is because the time travelers would know exactly where to go and exactly which one. God, that was a mouthful to say, but make sure to like and follow if you guys want to see more videos.
Scariest conspiracy theories in the world that will seriously ruin your life. This list shows all the conspiracy theories from the most normal ones will seriously ruin your life.
He said this conspiracy theory will seriously ruin your life. That's crazy. You got a lot of courage in this one, bro.
This list shows all the conspiracy theories from the most normal ones we all know to the darkest of the dark that will change the way you literally see the world. And of course in this series we're going to be going from the top all the way down to the bottom. Come back, let's go for part 2. The Titanic didn't hit an iceberg. So we all know about the Titanic, of course, the really famous ship that sunk, and it's commonly believed that it hit an iceberg, but this might change your mind. This is mental. There was of course survivors of the Titanic, and a lot of them were interviewed. Not one of them mentioned anything about an iceberg. What's crazier is a few people did say that there was a fire. Interesting. Now go and look at this. Before the ship even set sail, you can see a burn area in the photo. And it's actually the engine and boiler room right there. And if there was a fire in there, that's not ideal. Now there's a couple of theories I'm going to talk about. But the first one was that it never even hit an iceberg at all. But it was actually an inside job done by people such as the Rothschild family, which I will make a video on later in the series. Main theory that is very believable has something to do with this burn mark. Now the theory is there was a fire on the Titanic before it even set off, and this fire weakened the hull of the boat. Maybe there was an iceberg, but not as big as it's made out to be. Did hit this iceberg, and if there wasn't a fire, it would have been completely fine. Everyone would have just not even realised. But due to the hull and the ship already being weakened from the fire, that's what made it sink.
Yeah, that kind of like makes sense. Did it happen that way?
I mean, that's a very believable theory. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And make sure you hit that follow button, because it's going to get crazier. Obviously.
Here's some of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time. Part 4. The Grinch has a well-known backstory about hating Christmas. However, eventually in the movie, his heart grows 3 sizes and he loves Christmas once again. But this story may continue longer than we think. It is clear that the Grinch isn't exactly right in the head, but during one of the Grinch's wacky stunts, he could have gotten a head injury. This injury would later take a toll on him as he grew old and caused him to lose his memory. After him and his dog died, they were given a new life in a realm called Halloween Town, where they now lived as Jack Skellington and Zero. He later reunites with his love for Christmas, just like he had when he was alive. Both eventually wear a Santa suit.
It's a reach, but it could be possible, bro. That makes sense. It makes sense, but it's a reach.
Both deliver presents and both have a doll companion. It may be possible that How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Nightmare Before Christmas are tied together.
World's most dangerous conspiracy theories. This picture contains a list of conspiracy theories from the most well-known to the darkest. Welcome to Tier 9. Today we're going to be talking about the strange berry picker disappearances. God, that's a mouthful to say. In 2011, a man named David wrote a book called Missing 411. The book covers all of the most unsolved cases of people going missing in national parks. Some people would just wander off the trail, some would fall into the river, and some people didn't even know they were were missing. Do you want to know what all of these people had in common right before they went missing? They were all picking berries. Stay with me, it's about to get crazy. One case is 6-year-old Lillian Carney, and in 1897, she went missing right after she was picking berries. According to her parents, she was here for 1 second and gone the next, almost like she just vanished. They notified the police, and around midnight, which was 12 hours later, they found her miles away from where she originally was, and they found her in a dazed trance. It gets even weirder. Police then start to question her on how she went missing, thinking maybe the parents had something to do with it. The little girl didn't even remember walking, which is crazy because she was miles away from where she originally was at. On top of that, she said the sun shined all the time, which would be impossible because it was midnight. Now, this didn't happen just once, but this has happened over 50 times. So are these people just mysteriously going missing in the woods? Or is there something darker here that we don't know about? Make sure to like and follow for more videos.
I just found out some really disturbing things about Ellen DeGeneres, and I'm not worried about that creepy sweatshirt she's wearing. But as we watch this video, the camera creeps inside of her house, and you can see that weird Evil Thoughts picture. I looked up the artist and he's into some really satanic stuff. And that's not even the weird thing. Look at this picture of Ellen sitting inside of her home. This is the picture that was right behind her. Now look at the letters on top. These are the same letters that you write out during satanic rituals. Look at this picture of her cutting her mother's hair. Now look at the picture above her head and try and figure it out. Oh my goodness.
Scariest conspiracy.
We know, like, I ain't gonna say we, but I have seen and heard a bunch of like stuff about Ellen. Can't even cap. So it's just like, with stuff like that just get rung to the light, I'm like, yeah, we already know. We heard about the stories, the shit that's going on. Like, definitely no surprise though.
Conspiracy theories in the world that will seriously change your life. This is a list of the conspiracy theories in the world, ranking from the least scary, most normal, commonly known ones, to the darkest of the dark that will ruin your life. Welcome. In this series we're going to be going from the top, most normal ones you probably know, to the most disturbing ones, and the research is probably going to disturb me a lot, so thanks. That said, let's kick off part 1, Area 51. But not how you would imagine. So Area 51, we all know it. It's probably the biggest conspiracy theory out there, well, the most well-known one, and the biggest theory about this place as well.
The fact
There's
that people
aliens
trying to storm the Area 51, no, what was that, bro? That was like in 2000. See, bro, I'm not even good with years, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It felt like it was recent, but it wasn't recent, bro. It was like, what, 2021, 22, some shit like that, when people decided to storm that shit. Shit is too funny though, man.
living inside, or there was aliens in there. I don't know, but let me know what you think. This guy right here is Bob Lazar. This guy claims that he was hired to work at Area 51 to reverse engineer alien craft. There's actually a documentary all about him. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. You may have seen it. And this guy is a very clever guy. He's not some nobody. Now, first of all, this is his drawing of an alien spacecraft. This is where it gets crazy. We all think this is the main Area 51, don't we? Maybe it is. Or is that what they want us to believe? Now, Bob claims that is not where stuff actually happens. It's located miles away, hidden in the desert, this area called Area S4. Look into this place, it's hella creepy, and if you actually go to the coordinates, it's basically blurred out, but there's also something crazy which I'll show you later. This is the area it's located in. There is literally nothing around apart from thousands of miles of just desert. I mean, it's not like some bloke's got his house out there. Look on Google Earth or photos online, this is what you'll see. A car park which has quite a lot of cars and vehicles in it. Someone did some research into this and it actually looked like army vehicles as well. You can see these two doors or holes basically into the mountain. And Bob claimed this is actually the entrance to the real Area 51 where he worked. Like I said, saying that he engineered and reverse engineered these spacecraft. But I don't know what's going on here. Make sure you hit that follow button because
that's interesting.
This is going to get mental. Part 2 tomorrow. See you there.
The childhood conspiracy theory iceberg. This picture represents conspiracy theories that will change your childhood forever. As always, make sure to join the Discord for the full list. This is tier 1. Mrs. Puff is a psychopath. We've all seen SpongeBob and we've all seen Mrs. Puff before. On the episode titled No Free Rides in season 2, Mrs. Puff says this.
What have I done? Everyone will know that I let him slide through school. I'll have to move to a new city, start a new boating school with a new name. No. Not again.
This is hinting that Mrs. Puff has changed her identity before, and I promise this gets worse. In season 12, episode 21, SpongeBob is helping her organize some of her junk, and he comes across a newspaper that says, deranged boat teacher makes getaway. So the real question remains.
That's crazy how long SpongeBob been on the air. like, SpongeBob came about in what, 1998? Something like that. Yeah, like a while back. And I don't know if they still show new episodes to this day, but I wouldn't be surprised. But that's a long running cartoon. We don't missed out. Like, it sucked that Rocket Power didn't last long. Like, a lot of those classics didn't last long, bro. I'm like, damn, but SpongeBob lasted a while, bro. I'm not saying it's a bad cartoon, but it was like, I would rather watch Rocket Power, I ain't gonna lie, over SpongeBob. But you know, even the Rugrats, that shit came to an end.
This is Puff. Make sure to like and follow for tomorrow's video.
Alright, man, that's the end of that conspiracy theory TikToks that will make you question reality. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section below. Which was the craziest one you seen in here? Make sure y'all spam the like button up, sub new, turn on post notifications, share this video with everybody you know. I appreciate all of the support. We're on the road to that 200K. Let's keep running it up. It's your boy DavidBWylin, and I'm out.